Basic sort of step-by-step how to print out your PDF patterns. This is Tania Sutherland with my new sewing pattern collection. Alright, so to start off, accuracy page test and then measure your little block. Just do one page, and then of course you can, once you've printed them all out, you can lay them out on a table or flat surface and have a scissor, a paper scissor, and some sticky tape or cello tape. You can actually join the pattern pieces together. Okay, so let's have a look at the PDF print out for your patterns to make sure that the scale is correct. So we just did our first sort of markup print just for the page 1. And as you can see, it completely shifted right off the page, the logo and your centimeter block that you need to measure, whether it's a 2-inch or 10 centimeter, whatever that it asks you to check. So what you do is you go into your actual computer and you go into your PDF format to print out your pattern. And at the bottom here, it shows you custom scale. Okay. So click on the custom scale, but first just print on select one page. Just select one page to print. You don't want to print all 18 pages as in this particular pattern. So what you do is you just go to the top and you press just one page. So you'll just click on your one page first. Okay, there we go. So now we've got the one page. Right, so you go ahead and you print it out, which we did, and then of course it completely went off scale, as you can see. So what we did was we went back to the laptop, we clicked on custom scale, and then I clicked on 100%. This could be different for you. It could vary because we all have different types of printers and different setups in our printer. So click on custom scale, and then you need to experiment a little. So I pressed on 100%, and then we printed it out and we got it from our printer. And this is what it looks like compared to the first one that we printed out. So now you can see the difference in the two. So we went ahead and we measured the block, and it measured 2 inches. Now we know we can go ahead and actually print out the entire lot. So now I'm going to print from page 2 to 18 because I already got my first page. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to print it. So this is the basic sort of steps you do with your PDF patterns, just to make sure that your accuracy block is correct. So you just go to your custom scale and just do a test page until you're totally happy with the accuracy, and then go ahead and print out the rest of your pattern.
What I'm doing is I'm just taking off the top overlap, and then once that's away, I'm like matching the crosses and getting them perfectly in line.
Okay, so now do you feel it's better to do it that way, or can you also maybe just that overlap, could you tuck it in underneath?
I could, but I feel like that wouldn't be as accurate.
Alright, so you prefer to do this way, as long as your crosses are
crossing on top of each other,
okay,
like perfectly.
Alright, so then once you've trimmed that off, you can actually see the dart a lot easier. Okay, so you're trimming the excess off, and then gluing and aligning it.
Yeah, so I just align it, tape it, and then I flip it over and tape it up.
You can see that on the one sheet of the A4 is a portion of the back, and then on the other section of the A4 is the bigger portion of the back. So you just need to trim that off just to tape it onto here.
So basically this piece will go across there and
yeah, now that makes sense. Okay, perfect. All right. The next video will be on how to trace off your PDF pattern according to your body measurements or the closest size that you need to cut.